Fed up with running out of compressed air? The DataVac ED-500-ESD could be just what you need. Built by DataVac in the USA, the ED-500-ESD is an electric duster that can be used for cleaning your computer and other delicate electronic components. We have also found it surprisingly useful for other tasks like cleaning the interior of our cars and even cleaning out a toaster of all things. Overall, the DataVac is an incredible product for its intended use case, and in this review we are going to explain why we like it and why it might not be worth it for some. Before we dive into what makes the DataVac such a good product in our opinion, we want to give you a quick rundown of the different models currently available. The model we purchased is the ED-500-ESD, but DataVac also offers the ED-500, the ED-500-PV, and the ED-500-ESDV. The ED-500 is the cheapest model, and it doesn't feature the anti-static dusting system of the other ESD models. This doesn't necessarily mean that you can't use it on electronics, as many buyers have used it for that very purpose. However, we would probably go with either the ESD or ESDV models if you do plan to use the duster primarily with delicate electronics. The ESDV is essentially the same as the ESD we purchased, but with the ability to vary the speed. This is probably quite a handy feature to have, as the motor can push out quite a significant amount of air, and we sometimes found ourselves wanting to control it a bit more. The last main model to be aware of is the ED-500-PV, which is similar to the base ED-500 but with the variable speed control like the ESDV. Now we have got all that out of the way, let's look at pricing. We paid 199 Australian dollars for the ESD model, as we needed compatibility with the electrical system in New Zealand. For those in the United States, you can pick up the same model as ours for around 140 to 170 US dollars, depending on who you buy it from. The high price of all the DataVac models is why we don't necessarily recommend this product for all. You can get a single can of compressed air for around $8, and it can often be even less if you buy a multi-pack. This means that if you go through just one can of compressed air a year, it could take 20 to 30 years for the DataVac to pay itself off. In this case, we simply don't recommend it, but if you are somebody like us and you get through quite a few cans a year, stop the video, whip out your credit card and get yourself one of these fantastic electric dusters. Don't bother with the cheaper ones you find on Amazon, as we have found that they simply do not last and often don't push out enough air to be of use. If you're wondering what the build quality is like, we are happy to report that the DataVac feels like an absolute tank. We assume that this is the same for all of the other models, and the fact that DataVac's dusters are serviceable is another big bonus to us as well. There is no doubt in our mind that the ED-500-ESD we purchased should last us many years, and you only have to check other reviews to see how positive the feedback is on these products. Using the DataVac ESD is about as simple as it can get, in all honesty. Once you have fitted a nozzle and plugged the duster in, simply press the solid feeling button on the side and watch as it roars into life. As we mentioned earlier, the DataVac can put out a lot of pressure, and we were actually quite shocked when we first turned it on. However, you can easily control the force of the air hitting the thing you want to clean by holding the duster closer or further away. You can also control the force by fitting the smaller nozzle attachment, or the micro cleaning toolkit as DataVac calls it. This is definitely the way to go if you are dusting more delicate components, but the larger nozzle is easily the most satisfying attachment. We not only found the DataVac ESD excellent to use on electronics such as keyboards and computers, but it was also really useful on our cars as well. Cleaning in between crevices and around small storage compartments is really quick, and we found the best cleaning method was to use the DataVac first and then follow up with a vacuum. To give you a better understanding of how well the DataVac works, check out these before and after photos. Overall, the DataVac ESD is a fantastic product and is definitely worth a buy if you like to get through a few cans of compressed air a year. It is also greener than compressed air, as despite modern products being more polar bear friendly, the propellants in canned air are still not the best for the environment. Of course, if you buy a DataVac and only use it once, and then never use it again, that is probably worse for the environment due to manufacturing emissions. But we don't think you are going to be doing that, as it is a properly addictive tool to use once you get going. There are basically no downsides to the DataVac, apart from the price, and even then, it will probably eventually save you money in the long term. Additionally, you also have to make sure that you get one that will work with your country's electrical system, so keep that in mind as well. You can read a more detailed review of the DataVac ED-500-ESD by clicking the link in the description below. Thanks for watching, see you next time.